2 weeks ago, I made a video in which I used an AI algorithm to recreate my artworks to see how good some of these AI art generators really were. And if you watched that video, you would have seen some of the artworks that the AI had generated, and I gotta say, some of them were spectacular. But having said that, I may have found an art generator that's even better. Yes, seriously, something easier and just as much effective. So let's dive right into it. The app is called WOMBO Dream, and I believe it's available on Android as well as iOS. But the version that I'm using is a web version, and when I said that it's easy to use, I really mean it, guys. All you gotta do here is enter a prompt and choose an art style from here and click on create. And with all that being said, you know the drill. I'll be using keywords from the titles of my artworks, and I'll be using them as prompts to generate really cool artworks. And in the end, I'll be comparing my artworks to the ones that this AI has generated. Alright, so for the first artwork that I'll be recreating, I'm gonna go here and I'm gonna pick this one. So I had titled this artwork Lost in Space. So I'm gonna come here and I'm gonna type the exact same words. And for the art style, you can pretty much choose any art style that you want. But the more you use this, you'll notice that there are some art styles that are far better than others. And it's not like one art style fits all. So obviously, you know, it depends on the keywords that you choose. So for this specific set of keywords, I found this art style really intriguing. It's called provenance. So I'm gonna click on create and the AI will do its thing, and it doesn't take that long for it to create the artwork. It literally only takes a few seconds. So now it's doing its thing and you just gotta wait a little longer, and there you go. And apparently this is what the AI imagined it to be based on the prompt. So if you didn't like the artwork, I personally think that it's really cool. But if you don't like it, you can click on generate again and it will recreate the artwork once again. Alright. Okay, now we're talking. I think now it's creating something really cool. I like this already. Now have a look at that. This is incredible, right? So once you're satisfied with the results, you can click on save and it'll save the image as a JPEG, and that's pretty much it, guys. And you know what? I'm gonna try a different art style as well. So we're gonna go for, I don't know, maybe fantasy art, and I'm gonna click create. I like it. I really do. It's very abstract, but you know, not that bad. And like I said, there are some art styles that work better than others. So maybe fantasy art is perhaps not the best for this set of keywords. So I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna choose something else. Maybe synthwave. And I have to tell you, synthwave is actually one of my favorite art styles, by the way. And I'm gonna click create. This is pretty wavy, you know. Alright. Take a look at this, guys. This is incredibly good, by the way. In fact, it's so good that I'm gonna be saving this. I really enjoyed this, so you know what, let's try another one. So this time around, I'm gonna pick an old artwork of mine. So this one is something that I did for Halloween about 2 years ago, I think. And I had titled this An Overdue Halloween Edit. Bruh. Yeah, I probably won't be using that as the prompt. For this, you know what, let's try something like Halloween, maybe Spooky Haunted Mansion. Yeah, I know it's something that I just thought off the top of my head, so let's just go with that. And for the art style, there are plenty of options to choose from, but for this, I think dark fantasy would be a good fit, so I'll go with that. And now I'm gonna click create, and I'll just wait a couple of seconds while the algorithm does its thing. And I'm already liking the look of this. Alright, this is good. This is really impressive. I'm actually kinda blown away by how good this algorithm really is. And now, just like we did before, let's try a different art style for this prompt, and let's go with something bizarre like synthwave again. A spooky mansion and synthwave have probably never been used in the same sentence before, but you know what? Spooky haunted mansion, synthwave art style, let's see what happens. Oh, I like this. I really did not expect it to turn out this way, but this is insanely good. Wow. And last but not the least, as usual, I did indeed do the same thing for different artworks of mine, and this is the result. And if you enjoyed this video guys, consider dropping a like cause it helps with the YouTube algorithm, and also in general, if you enjoy what I do here on this channel, consider subscribing cause I'm on my way to 100 subs and I would appreciate it so much. And like always, thank you for dropping by and I'll see you in a bit.